Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this Estonian Premier League match between the Tallinn Strikers and the Tallinn Hippos, coming to you from the National Cricket Ground at Tiskre. The Tallinn Strikers won the toss and chose to field, so Hippos will be batting first. A very nice day here at Tiskre, lovely blue skies and about 18 degrees. Looks like it'll be Ben Jones to face the first ball, and Priyanka Dharmaratne will be opening with him, and Ashraful Shuvo will have the first over for the Strikers. Left arm around the wicket. Two teams with quite a few players involved in the national team who just came back from Cyprus. So some people being rested this week, and gives an opportunity for some others to put their hands up and show what they can do. So it looks like we're just about ready to go here. Let's hope there we go. Ready to go here. First ball coming up. Still waiting on something. Maybe the scorer's not quite ready. All right, we're underway. Slow and on the pads. Benny just works that into the leg side. No run. Throws it up on the pads again. Just work to mid-wicket. Arslan Fields. So taking the pace off the ball here early on. Benny rocks back trying to cut that, but too close to him, and that's through to the keeper for another dot. So good start here from Shuvo. And another dot, nice and tight here. Slight issue with Priyanka's surname here, so that's a full toss, and Benny through the point fielder, should have been stopped, and they will come back for two. So not great fielding there on the circle. Gives the Hippos their first runs, and I will see if I can do something about Priyanka's name. Full, and hits it in the air just in front of Arslan, and it gets through him, and they're through for another single. So very cautious start here from the Hippos, and that is the end of the first over. 3 runs off it. Looks like it will be spin from both ends. And he rocks back, hits that to backward point for a single. So Habib deciding to bowl a bit of spin here, keep the pace off the ball. So Prianga will face his first ball of the innings. And it's on the pad, but not much interest from the bowler. Morning, Savio. Hope you're resting up after the big week in Cyprus. Bib in again, throws it up on the leg side, and that's missed by Atisham. There is a fielder behind him on the circle, so they'll just get one, and it's called a wide by Ronnie, so 2 wides there to the Hippos, and Ben Jones back on strike. Quicker one from Habib, and just blocked onto the offside by Ben Jones and fielded by Arslan. Thrown up, and Benny gets under that, over the top, and Elias is chasing it down, but he won't get there, and that's the first boundary for the Hippos. Nice shot by Ben, just lifting it over the offside. And now they're just putting that fielder back now, so reacting to the first expansive shot from the Hippos. Benny just drops that in the leg side, a square leg. Gill comes around, and they'll get through for the single. So just starting to score a bit more freely now. Pitched up, and Prianga drives but doesn't get much of it, and just into the offside for a single. So that will be the end of the second over. $13 for no loss. 10 off that one. Shivo will continue. And Prianga will be on strike here for over number 3. Just defended onto the offside for no run. Continuing around the wicket here, Shuvo. Throws it up. Prianga just drops it down to mid-on and they're through for a single. Throw in there from Cheyenne. Just struggling to get going here, Prianga. Let's see if Ben's boundary from the last over is a sign of things to come. He plays that a little bit across the line, but gets it down to mid-on and they're through for another single. Bit of a wild throw there from Elias, but no overthrows. Oh, just looks to work that on the leg side, but it's a little bit of a leading edge back to the bowler and no run. So still very tight here, Shuvo, not giving the batters any pace to work with, keeping the ball nice and straight. Pitched up again, an inside edge from Prianga. Benny is quick to call him through for the single. I think Prianga's struggling a bit here with the lack of pace. Could be a strategy the strikers looking to use to slow the scoring rate early on. Rocks back and just dinks it over the head for a single. Not the most convincing shot there from Benny. But he survives, and so that is the end of over number 3. Another good one from Shuvo. Score moves to 17. And you'd say the strikers are definitely on top here early. Looks like Gould to bowl over number 4. Benny just rocks back and cuts that into the offside and just a single. Gould plays most of his cricket in the second division, but he's a wicket taker, that's for sure. And one of my favourite players in Estonia. Always gives 100%. Scores runs for his team, takes wickets for his team, and always good in the field. Prianga looking to do here? Is he going to start playing some bigger shots, or is he going to look to get Benny back on strike? Rocks back and defends. Arslan in nice and close there on the offside to stop the single. Shorter. And Prianga rocks back, just cuts that into the vacant area on the offside. Benny looking for 2. Shuvo comes in off the boundary and they decide against it. There may have been 2 there, but wouldn't want to risk a run out so early in the game. Gould throws that up and Benny gets under it. It's beaten to run on mid-on and they come back for 2 as Elias comes round from long off to do the fielding. So 2 runs there for Benny. Still not quite hitting the middle here, but he's finding some gaps. Cool. In again to Benny. Bit shorter, and he rocks back and just gets that past Arslan at short mid-wicket, and they're through for another single. So it doesn't seem like there's going to be a quick fix on the name for Prianga, unfortunately. He defends, just drops it into the offside for a quick single. Benny's through quickly, and nice running there by the boys. And that is the end of over number 4. Looks as if it will be Cheyenne Khan to bowl over number 5. So this will definitely have a bit of pace on it. So we'll see if Prianga can up the scoring with a bit more pace on the ball. Coming right arm around the wicket to the left-hander. As I see Stefan Gooch arriving to the ground. Not playing today, but here to cheer on his team, the Hippos. As Cheyenne comes in to bowl his first ball. It's a full one. Prianga, nice straight bat, knocks it past the bowler and through for a single. So a bit full there from Cheyenne. Over the wicket now to the right-hander. Short and wide, Benny rocks back and cuts that. There's no one back, so Gully's got a chase on his hands. He cuts it off, and they're back for 2. Short from Cheyenne. Didn't really get up, and Benny just bunts it into the leg side. Goulfields and no run. Short again, just works it around the leg side. A bit uppish, but no fielders there, and another single for Ben. Around the wicket, short, down the leg side. Doesn't get anything on it, Prianga, and that's going to be a wide. Does struggle sometimes, especially with the left-hand, right-hand combination. Can bowl a few wides. It's on the pads again and whipped away into the leg side by Prianga. Straight through the fielder, but just a single. Fuller, Benny gets under it, but it's straight down Elias's throat, and he takes the catch. And that is the first wicket for the Strikers. And first wicket for Cheyenne. And Ben Jones is gone. Scores 18 off 19 deliveries and just couldn't really get going. Looks like Marco Vike will come out to replace him. And the strikers will be very happy with the start they've made here. As it looks like Arslan will take over for over number 6. Didn't bowl much in Cyprus for the national team, but the few overs he bowled were pretty good. I'll be looking to get another wicket or two here, really put the pressure on the Hippos. Currently going at under 6 and over. Pitch is up and just dropped into the leg side by Prianga for a single. Looks pretty content, Prianga, just to hit the singles, get the other batter on strike and find the pace of the pitch. The bowlers hasn't batted a lot recently. Only played the 2 games in the T10 tournament and don't think he's batted in the T20, so that's given. Marco not looking particularly happy with it, but just plonked the front leg down and he's gone for a duck, which will bring Stu Hook out to the crease, and the strikers very much on top here. Yeah, I have to say, looking at a replay, that looked pretty straight to me, so Marco unfortunately not able to get on the scoreboard today, and a lot falling on the shoulders of Stu Hook here. Defends the first one. Looks like we've got all sorts of funny things going on with names today. Stuart H, Prianga undefined, Ben Jones full name, so we'll have a word to Crick Heroes and see what's going on there. There's Arslan full and wide, and that will be given. Stu just a single there, gets off the mark. Looks like Arslan will go around the wicket to the left-hander. And just on the pads, tries to work it away, but no bat there, and another dot ball. So that is the end of the power play. And the Hippos just 32 for 2. Strikers definitely on top. Morning, Aditya Panwar. Robbo the commentator isn't as good as Robbo the bowler. How's your finger, mate? Because for those that missed it, Aditya also playing in the national team in Cyprus. Managed to dislocate his finger, not getting a run out. Who will it be to bowl over number 7? There's a big conference going on now between the strikers, and it looks like Shuvo is going to bowl his 3rd over after Cheyenne got 1 over. There is a seat next to me, Aditya, if you want to come down and help me commentate. Always open invitation. Shivo to begin his 3rd over. Pitches up, Stu defends into the offside, and easy single there. All the fielders back on the circle. On the leg stump, whips it into the leg side, but straight to the fielder, no run. Shivo being very economical today. Doing a great job for his team, as he usually does. On the pads again, whipped straight to the same fielder again. Oh, it's gone through Habib's legs, and they get through for a single. As direct hit on the stumps, but umpire Ronnie says no, Stu's bat was grounded in the crease. And all 3 stumps in a heap. Of course, 2 big games for the Stallions tomorrow, taking on the Tartu Wolves in the morning and Tallinn United in the afternoon. Looking to get their season back on track after a slow start. Shivo on the pads again, and Stu just drops that in the leg side for another single. So we're dealing in singles here. Hippo's just unable to find any boundaries, any big shots. Pads again. Just can't find a way to get anything on it, Prianga. And Shivo certainly seems to have found the line to bowl to both these batters. That's a bit shorter, and he's somehow managed to pick out Habib again, despite the ball being a fair way outside off stump, and Habib has managed to misfield again. So a little bit messy from Habib in the field this over, but only costs them 2 runs, and Shuvo finishes his third, and he has none for 11 off 3, so fantastic from him. Hippos 36 for 2 after 7, only run rate of 5, and really going to have to look to accelerate here if they want to put a competitive total on the scoreboard, as Arslan continues from Ronnie, the umpire's end. Not really pushing the fielders back for Prianga, and you can see why. He just hasn't been able to get onto anything today, as that one is defended again. Every fielder in the circle still in over number 8. Arslan on the pads, he's whipped that around the corner, but there's plenty of protection there, and just a single. What can Stu do here? Ronnie just getting in everyone's way. Bowl the ball on the legs, and Stu gets a little tickle on it, but Tarun will come down and cut it off. She'll be disappointed with that. Not the best ball from Arslan, and doesn't manage to put it away. Prianga shot over Stu's head. It's beaten Elias, and that might be a boundary. So breaking the shackles, Prianga finally gets one away, and the Hippos get their second boundary of the innings in the 8th over. Arslan pitching up, and Prianga finally hitting through one. Short and a bit too close for the cut shot, but he gets it into the offside and through for a single, as Prianga just keeping the scoreboard ticking. Can't be too long till we see some more expansive shots from Stu Hook. Not one to be tied down. And just drops that into the offside. Prianga quickly calls him through, and another single. Oh, could be an overthrow. Yes, there is. Prianga reacting well there, and no one backing up. And that is the end of number 8. So 45 for 2. Better over there for the Hippos. They've just got to keep accelerating here if they want to get something out of this game. Try and put at least 130, 140 on the board. Give themselves something to defend, as Cheyenne now coming in to bowl his second over. Again around the wicket to the left-hander. just drop down, back to the bowler, no run. He's definitely been well contained by the strikers today. On the pads, just drops it down for a single. Just doesn't seem to have any answers. But still there, still working the singles. And hoping that Stu Hook can play a vintage Stu Hook innings here. Hit the Hippos out of trouble. On the pads, get something on it. It's beaten everyone. Fielders are after it and cut it off just before the boundary, and 2 runs. Defended again. Just not looking to take any risks here after losing the 2 wickets early. It's going to have to be a serious acceleration from this point though. Short and nicely played by Stu. Just get the single though. Down the leg side, beats the keeper. So it will be 2 wides. Slow, full wide. Everyone misses it. Keeper manages to get a hand on it and knock it to short fine leg, and 2 more wides. So just losing his line, Cheyenne. And finds it again with a good ball. Priyanka again not able to do anything with it. That is 9 overs down. As a moron rides past on a motorbike. 53 for 2. Priyanka just 17 off 24. Stu 9 off 10. And none of the Hippos have been able to get going today. It's been a good defensive bowling display by the strikers so far. Just have to wonder where the Hippos are going to find the runs they need to stay in this match. Elias coming on to bowl the 10th over. Short ball, Stu rocks back, hits it in the air and he's caught. Classic Stu Hook, can find a fielder and they very rarely drop him. You'll find many batters around Estonia that get multiple chances per innings, but Stu always seems to find the fielder that catches. And he is gone, and they will take drinks. So we'll be back with you in a few minutes. So we would be back from the drinks break, but we only have one umpire. In another tremendous display of umpiring prowess by Estonian cricket teams. A 2.5 minute drinks break is now coming up on 5 minutes. Umpire finally in position. Elias to continue. Rudesh on strike, drops into the offside, and 1 run. 2 left-handers now for the Hippos, and in all sorts of trouble here. 54 on the board after almost 10 overs here. Pitched up and an outside edge. Just runs down to third man and they take a single. And dropped into the leg side, another single. So still operating in singles here, the Hippos. Just haven't been able to get going this morning. Very much a leg stump line being employed by the strikers today, and it's really tied Prianga up. Hasn't managed to be able to work anything into the leg side. Outside off, he's cut that away. Sweeper will come in and just one more run to the total. And that will finish over number 10. 57 for 3, the Hippos. Still ticking over, still making sure that the runs are coming, but just haven't had any big overs yet. Like Gould will bowl here for over number 11. Working on the field placements, but realistically, there have been very few shots played that have beaten the 30-yard circle today. So I think strikers are probably well within their rights to keep the field up here. Comes Gould again. Throws it up. Prianga comes at him. It's at flat. Just one bounce to Arslan at mid-on the circle. And through for a single. So they're looking to make something happen. Prianga coming down the wicket. But again, can't really get onto it. We'll see what Rudy can do. Dropped into the leg side. They're going through for a quick single and probably would have been out if he'd hit, but they will get an overthrow as there was nobody backing up. So 2 runs out of nothing really there for Rudy. Kept well for the national team in Cyprus. Did a bit of outfielding as well. Was always putting his hand up to help the team out. A good first tour for him. I think he only got 1 chance with the bat there, so he'll be looking to score some runs today. He's got plenty of time to do it as he rocks back on that one and lifts it over the leg side, but Elias is out there sweeping and just another single. So a good field set. Working on this leg stump line, using the angle from around the wicket. It's worked very well for them today. Throws that one up. Prianga gets onto it. Arslan's chasing down the boundary, but he won't be able to stop it. And that is another 4 for Prianga, his 3rd one for the day. So just starting to show some signs here of aggression, coming at the bowlers a bit more, looking to get down to the pitch of the ball and play some more attacking shots. And probably relying on him now, the Hippos, to lift this score up to something defendable. Looks like Habib is going to come back on. And it looks like he's going to continue bowling spin. He's brought most of the fielders up. He's just got 1 man at long on. Short, and Rudy can't get much onto that. It's through the leg side. They'll think to come back for 2, and they do. It's well run. Not happy with himself. Didn't get the middle of the bat there. Really got away with that one, Habib. Again, a good ball, beats him, outside off. Defended into the offside. So getting tied down here with this relentless round the wicket bowling. Gives a bit of width, but Rudy can't get any bat on it. So another, I think Ronnie might have given that as a wide. Habib doesn't look happy about it. Leg side again. Has he managed to find a gap? He's got it through, but fielder comes around and stops it. So just another single. Well, straight back to him. And Prianga, looking to be more aggressive, hits the return catch to the bowler, and he's gone after 11.4 overs. 24 he scored. And the Hippos now $69 for 4 with young Henry Pattenden coming out. Of course, hit the winning runs in one of the T10 matches against the Wolves and has been fantastic with the ball, but has not had many opportunities with the bat, Henry. So be interesting to see how he goes here with just over 8 overs left in this one. so he's got plenty of time if he wants to have a good bat here. And Habib switching to over the wicket for the right-hander. He'll have one ball at Henry. Just defended and no run, so 12 overs down. Hippos 69 for 4. 8 overs to get something going here. Hard to see where it's going to come from though. Cool. We'll continue here. He's got none for 14 so far, I think, from 3 overs. And a very tight offside field here, looking to try and cut off the singles. Just really only been the only way that Rudy scored any runs so far. Throws it up, and Rudy with a big swing, and he is bowled. So it goes from bad to worse for the Hippos. And I think any chance of putting 130 or 140 on the board is now gone. Really struggling to get to 100 from here, I think. Mac Cedric coming out to bat. Can hit him if he gets onto him, so I'm sure he'll be looking to be aggressive. Not much to lose. 69 for 5. If he can get some boundaries here, it will really help the Hippos. Striker's just been on top from ball one and relentless. Keeping the field up, keeping the pressure on. Now the wickets are starting to fall. Throws it up, and top edge from Mac. Fielder's coming around, and it's dropped. So that really should have been a wicket there. Mac getting the top edge. But strikers unfortunately couldn't hold on to it. So Mac gets a live first ball. Can he make the strikers pay with a few boundaries? Bit of pressure here on young Henry as well. Hasn't had many opportunities with the bat yet in Estonian cricket, so see what he can make of it. That one's down the leg side and will be a wide. Can certainly hit the ball when he gets onto it. He's hit some good shots in the nets this year. As that one beats the outside edge. Hopefully he can play with a bit of freedom here and look to score some quick runs. That one's down the leg side again and will be another wide. Pitched up and beaten again. No foot movement at all from Henry there. Needs to move that front foot. Get his weight into the ball. Play some of those drives he's been playing in the nets. Very tentative at the moment. Another one thrown up. Full toss. He's got bat on that. They should get through for 2. So he's off the mark at least. Gould, a bit of a mixed bag this over from Gould. A couple of good balls, a couple of full tosses, a couple of wides. Throws this up and nicely driven by Henry, but straight to cover, and that will complete the over. 74 for 5, the Hippos after 13. See there, top score of just 24. No one's really managed to have a decent innings today, unfortunately. But still 5 wickets to go, and we'll see if the Hippos can push on here or if the strikers are going to continue to dominate, keep the pressure on here. Habib will bowl his last over. Still a very tight ring of fielders here. And he'll be looking to pick up a wicket or 2 here for himself. As Mac drives that down to mid-on, hit and run, and they get through for a single. Oh, beaten outside off. Henry looking to drive. Habib putting a bit more pace on the ball there. And again, just looking to get Henry driving. Throws this one up, and Henry defends onto the offside. Another dot. Just not much happening for the Hippos here. Strikers continuing to cut off the runs. Another dot. Oh no, he's got it past the bowler there. Aslan not super happy with the effort from Habib. Letting Henry get off strike. Another quick one. Mac looks to swipe across the line. Gets no bat on it, and that's another dot. So end of 14, 76 for 5. Habib, that was his 3rd over, 1 for 16. Nice and tidy. Yeah, I don't think the Hippos have got above 6 for the entire innings here. Still around that 5.5 runs and over. Projected score just 109. And you'd imagine the strikers would knock that off pretty easily. As Gould now will bowl his last over. Has 1 for 19 off his 3. Throws it up again. Henry just defends into the offside. No run. Thrown up a bit. Henry looks to drive. Gets it past the bowler. And he's coming through for a single. Arslan throws the stumps down, but he's well in. Hippos will be looking for Mac to have a go here, see if he can beat this infield. There's not much outside the circle in terms of fielders, so if he can get enough on the ball, there's lots of runs on offer. Just haven't been able to beat that 30-yard circle today. On the pads, Mac sweeps, but it is straight to the fielder. He's misfielded. Oh dear. And Mac has taken off for a run. No communication. Henry sent him back, but it's too late, and Mac is run out. There was a bit of a misfield there by the fielder, and Mac clearly decided that was enough for a run, but Henry was never interested. And we'll have a chat to those two later to see what the communication was, but it obviously didn't work. And now we've got Kevin Pattenden coming out to join his son Henry. Let's see if the Pattendens can do something here to dig the Hippos out of this hole they're in. So, what have we got? 4 balls left in the over. No, it must be 3 balls left in the over. Pitch is up and just defended by Kevin. There we go. Scorer is catching up. So 2 balls left. Kevin defends into the offside again. And 1 ball left here in the 15th over. Hippos 77 for 6. Throws it up on the pads. Kevin whips it to the man short there. There is a misfield, but this time they decide not to take the run. And that is the end of Gould's 4. 1 for 20. Well done by him. And just 5 overs left here for the Hippos. $77 for 6. Be looking to get to 20 overs, get over that 100 mark, and hope they can do something magical with the ball. As Habib will bowl out here. Henry back foot looking to drive into the offside, but beaten. It's a good opportunity here for Henry to face some balls and get the speed of the pitch here. It's wide there from Habib and called. Just get some experience out here in the middle at Tiskre. Thrown up by Habib into the offside. Kevin calls him through. Henry slow to react, but he will get there for the single. Kush reminding everyone that Romeo is in the Hippos side today and hoping to get to see him. He's a decent batter, but not sure he's going to come out here and hit a bunch of boundaries, which is really what the Hippos need. But Kevin coming out and playing a very traditional English innings here. Lots of defending and waiting for a ball that he likes to have a go at. Unfortunately, hit that one straight back to the bowler. Moves across his stumps and drops that into the leg side, but no run here. This is the problem for the Hippos, is all those fielders are close and dropping for singles just isn't going to work anymore. Need to play some shots here. Try and beat that infield at the moment. Not much going on. That is 16 overs gone, so 4 left, and we're still blocking. Strange strategy. Really need to get a move on here as Shuvo comes to bowl his last over. Are we going to see Henry start to play some big shots? Kush, you'll be happy to know I can see Romeo padded up. So definitely in the next 2 batters. So let's see, can Henry play some big shots here? Oh, that's pitched up and beaten him outside off. Again, beaten on that off stump. I think he needs to just throw caution to the wind here and try and hit that ball as hard as he can. It's up in the air, but in the gap, and he'll get a single. There's really not much to lose now for these two. Need to have a swing. Try and hit that ball, get at least a couple of boundaries, push that score up to triple figures. At the moment, it's looking a long way away. Just dropping into the leg side again. There's 2 fielders about 15 metres from the bat there. You've got to back yourself to be able to hit it over them. Just that leg stump line. You know it's coming. Henry gets under it, beats mid on. Kevin will come back. Oh, that's poor running, Henry. You've got to run that first run hard. And he just jogged it through, cost himself a run there. And I'll definitely pull him aside later and tell him what I thought of that one. Ooh, Kevin's finally played a shot in anger, but all he can do is hit it into his own pads. Greg reminding us all that the English play baseball now. I think the less said about baseball, the better, don't you? Certainly hasn't filtered down to the Pattendons, that's for sure. End of 17, 82 for 6. So three overs to get those 18 runs to get to triple figures, but even that looks like a challenge. Elias coming back on here. Full and driven by Henry, and they'll get through for a single again. He's on his heels, needs to be looking to get these runs. Definitely was his call and had to be called through by Kevin there, so needs to be a bit more proactive at the crease. Kevin hits that into the leg side and they're rushing through for a single. I think he might have been in trouble if that had hit, but they get the single. Certainly wouldn't mind a bit of baseball now from Henry. Pitched up and driven nicely past the bowler. He's going to have to get his skates on, but Arslan can't pick it up. And another single. On the pads again. Henry wants the run. Kevin just turns his back and ignores him. And no runs. Shorter. Oh, he's got a top edge. It's over the keeper. Not a very convincing shot, but gets a run. Not particularly convincing from Edisham behind the stumps either there. Defended by Henry. Again, just not looking to score, not looking to be positive. 18 overs gone. 86 for 6. Henry 9 off 20. Kevin 3 off 12. And those strike rates are really painful at the end of a T20 innings. When you've still got 4 wickets in the shed. Would like to see them being far more aggressive here. Even just with running between the wickets. Cheyenne coming back on. On the pads. Another wide. It is his one Achilles heel. Cheyenne does tend to bowl quite a few wides. On another day could cost the strikers, but today probably not a big issue. Again, Kevin's managed to get bat on that. Turns a wide into a single. That's probably smarter to leave that one alone, but at least he's looking to try and get a boundary there, so can't fault him for that. See what Henry's lifted that into the leg side. They've got to run hard here, get back for the second. That's the thing with the fielders all so close to the bat. You don't have to get a lot onto it, and you can clear them. And a nice 2 there for Henry. Let's hope he takes some confidence from that one. That's leg side again and beats the keeper. And it's going to be 2 more wides. So Henry's played a nice aggressive shot. Let's see if Kevin can get in on the act. Cheyenne spraying it down the leg side at the moment. And another one. He'd be disappointed with this over so far. Can he bring it back? That's better on the stumps. Straight up in the air. Etisham's coming round and takes the catch. And Kevin is gone for 4 off 14 deliveries. And it is the man with a strike rate of 300 from Cyprus, Kalavislapu, coming out to bat. Can be an excitement machine when he gets going. Can also make batting look very hard. So let's hope that's a 6-hitting fishy that's come out today and he can finish this innings with a bit of a flurry. The Hippos definitely need it. Still 7 runs away from the 100. Pitches up and on the pads, Fishy drops that into the leg side. Gould fields and no run. Hits that into the leg side nicely, Fishy. They should come back for 2 here. Possibly 3. Fishy's running very hard. Yes, call him through, Fishy. Ah, no. Henry needs to run those runs harder. Young man should have fit legs, should be running much faster than that. Short. Oh, he's hit Fishy. It's a very optimistic LBW appeal off the stomach. And it will be a dot. So end of 19. 95 for 7. And 1 over to come. So it will be Elias to bowl the last. Henry on strike. Pitches up. Oh, that good Yorker. Manages to dig it out onto the leg side. And they get through for a single. Pitched up, Fishy drives, straight back to Elias. He misfields and they'll get through for another single. So Fishy's come out the way I was expecting Kevin and Henry to come out, full of intent. Short one. Oh, Henry's rocked back and smacked that over the leg side. Great shot by Henry. Fielders coming round and will cut it off, so they're back for 2. So good stuff there from Henry. Liking the short ball from Elias. This one pitched up, chipped over the bowler. Nice shot. And through for a single. And that brings up the 100 for the Hippos. So little moral victory, but still. Oh, as Fishy tries to hit that back over the bowler's head, can only bunt it straight back to him. You would still think the striker's very much in the driving seat here. Just not enough runs from the Hippos. Pitched up and another inside edge. Fishy's running hard. Will he come back? He does. And they'll come back for 2, so good running there. And that is the end of 20 overs. So the Hippos will finish on 102. Strikers need 103 for the victory. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. So we're back here for the strikers chase. Kevin Patton to bowl the first ball down the leg side. It's going to be a wide. So we have Majorul and Habib opening for the strikers here. Oh, he's bowled him. Cleaned him up. Ronnie decides the umpires need to be told that was out because they clearly can't see stumps flying everywhere. And a wide and a wicket. How very Hippos. So if he keeps doing that, I'll forgive him for his batting. And that brings Arslan out to the crease. So Arslan and Habib, the two best for the strikers here. So they'll just look to build a partnership. Just 102 more runs required. Less than a run a ball. Hippos need to keep taking wickets if they want to have any chance here. But they've certainly started on the right foot. Kevin now into Arslan. Short and pulled away. It's going to be a big chase for Romeo. He comes round here and does a good job to cut it off. And they come back for two. Full on the stumps and worked into the leg side by Arslan for a single. So LBW a couple of times in Cyprus to similar balls to that. So well bowled, Kevin, but probably a little bit more pace on the ones in Cyprus. That one is just top of the stumps. Benny comes in and really shouldn't be a single there. Into Arslan again. That's on the legs and nicely flicked away. The umpire hits the deck, and that is going to be 4 runs to Arslan. Nicely played. Didn't try to hit it too hard. Just timed it off his pads. And enjoying being back on a field where you get a bit more value for your shot. Cyprus, very slow outfield. Very spongy grass. Most balls, if you hit along the ground, pulled up well inside the boundary. So he'll be happy to be somewhere where he can just play along the ground. And that one, oh, he's rocked back, but both fielders back in that area, so no real danger in the shot and through for a single. So 10 off the first over, but 1 wicket down, so the Hippos will be looking to continue taking wickets here, and it's really their only chance of getting a positive result out of this game. Certainly can't see them holding the strikers under 5 and over now. Romeo is going to bowl from the other end. opened the bowling in the European Cricket Series to good effect. We'll see how he goes against national captain Arslan Amjad. Sure, Arslan will be looking to attack. Throws this one up and defended. Respecting the bowling there from Arslan. But I'm sure if he drops it short or over pitches, there's going to be a big shot. Oh, there's a leading edge just down the leg side by Romeo, and Arslan looks to whip it over square leg and just leading edge to gully, but falls short. So a good start by Romeo. Draws a false shot out of Arslan. Now Habib to face his first ball of the innings. Romeo throws it up, a full toss. Habib just drops that into the leg side for a single. Stu Hook comes across to field. Pitched up. Ooh. Thought about that Arslan and changed his mind and just defended. Throws up again. Oh, a big shot from Arslan, but can't get onto it. Certainly testing him here, Romeo, with another single down too long on. And the Hippos employing similar tactics to the strikers, taking the pace off the ball and asking the batters to hit it. Another defensive shot there and a good over from Romeo. Just 3 off it. Does look like Kevin will continue. Short ball, Arslan. I think that came off the wicketkeeper onto the stumps, asking for the stumping. I think definitely asking too much for an Estonian square leg to be paying that much attention. Pitched up and lovely shot from Arslan. Just times it straight over the bowler's head and another 4. So just missing the length there, Kevin, and Arslan onto it in a flash, as you would expect. Up again, driven through the offside. Marco's after it. And they will look for 2. No, Habib sends him back. Well done by Marco. Good chase. Habib now defends. Looks like he wants to be there all the way today, Habib. Taking a cautious approach. Full toss on the pads. Whipped away through the leg side, 4 runs. Definitely can't get away with that with players this good. Unfortunately, Kevin just losing the line and the length on that one. Short ball. Hit into the deep on the leg side. Thought about 2, but just the 1 as Romeo cleans that one up on the boundary. So 23 off the first 3 overs here. Strikers well ahead of where they need to be. Hippos need wickets here, keep themselves in the game. Romeo to bowl over number 4. Pitches up and defended into the leg side, no run. Pitched up, bit of a half volley. Hip gets under that, and that is going to go for 4. Nice straight shot. No risk involved. And another easy boundary for the strikers. And starting to look a little bit ominous for the Hippos here. Pitched up again, defended into the leg side again, and no run again. So Romeo working on a very full length here. Ooh, a nice ball. Habib goes at it hard and gets the outside edge. A little bit of interesting fielding going on at the Hippos down there between Pranga and Mac, but no extra run. Just defended by Arslan. They have the luxury here of just waiting for the bad ball. Not needing to score at a high run rate, so just play each ball on its merits. Defended back there to the bowler. Does well to stop it, no run. So another tight over there from Romeo. Just 8 runs from his 2. 28 for 1 from 4. And another ominous sign for the Hippos is Stu warming up. No, all hope is gone if Stu brings himself on to bowl. Looks like Kevin will bowl a 3rd. Well, beaten outside off there. Good length there from Kevin. Full toss. Habib just drops it down to long on for a single. Short. Habib rocks, Arslan rocks back. And that may be 6. It is just over the boundary. Good hit from Arslan and Can't bowl short to him at that pace. Unfortunately, Kevin learning the lesson the hard way. Good shot by Arslan. Well bowled. Just kept out by Arslan. Again, respecting the good balls and waiting for the bad ones to put away. And making it look pretty easy at this point. Just into the offside. Ben Jones dives over the top of it and they come through for a single. Short ball again, a bit drops back, just down to long on for another single. Doing it very easily here. As that is the end of over number 5. 37 for 1. 1 over left in the power play. Cut shot from Habib as Henry comes on to bowl. Not going to make it to the boundary. Simon chases that down and they're back for 2. Nice full. Hit out to cover. Simon, slight misfield. And they get through for the single. Full and just dropped into the offside for the run. And strikers continuing just to tick the score over, waiting for that bad ball to get the boundary and making it look very easy. Ooh, nice ball. Beats the bat, but I think probably doing too much. There's the Hippos again. Make fielding look like a bit of a circus act. Full toss, Habib hits that into the leg side but straight to the fielder. And just 1 run. Nicely bowled by Henry. Then just drops and runs. But singles a little too easy at the moment. And that's the end of Henry's over. Not a bad one, just 6 off it, but they only need 4.5. And they're doing it very easily at the moment. Looks like Priyanka now coming on to bowl. And he needs to take a wicket or 2 here. The incredibly comically bad umpiring continues as Ronnie had decided to put Priyanka's hat behind the stumps instead of hold it. He really couldn't make it up. Arslan plays up and down to mid-on, unfortunately misfielded by Simoon, so they'll get through for a single. Nicely bowled by Priyanka, well defended by Habib. Certainly a dangerous bowler, Priyanka, and capable of taking wickets, and he needs to do that here for the Hippos. Down the leg side, well taken by Rudy and given as wide. Nicely bowled again, Priyanka hitting good areas. And Habib not looking to take any risks here, knowing this is probably the one bowler for the Hippos that could cause the strikers some real problems. On the pads, looks to whip it away but can't get any bat in it, and Rudesh cleans it up behind the stumps, no run. That's going to be a wide. Just losing his line a bit. That's better, nice and full. Getting a little bit of a way swing as well, I think. And a bit cautious again. So 46 for 1 after 7. Just working their way slowly towards this total. No real panic, no need to play any rash shots. Just looking to continue this partnership here, and if they do, they should get to the total reasonably comfortably with probably 5 or more overs to spare. Henry will continue here. And they need a break through the Hippos. If they're to have any chance of taking this a bit deeper, umpires now getting together. Neither one doing a full umpire's job today. They both seem to be doing half a job and not very well. One turned up in full team kit. Of course, not the best when you're trying to umpire a game. And now Ragnar running onto the field. Obviously the walkie-talkie communication not going well. And he's also going back to the wrong position. Still going back to the wrong position. Quite frustrating. Henry. Nice and outside off. Oh, if he'd managed to pick that up, there was a chance of a run out there, but couldn't quite get his hand on it. Just losing his run up. Not a lot of intensity in this game at the moment. Seems like both teams just going through the motions. Need someone to do something brilliant, as that one's quite wide and is called. Can young Henry pick up a wicket or two here and make the strikers work a little bit harder? Wide again. Oh, yeah, yet again, Rudy, you're asking a lot for the square leg umpire to be paying any attention. Sure, his head's down in his notebook writing down the score rather than paying attention to the game. And doesn't look like Habib was out anyway. Full on the stumps. Well played by Habib. Knocked down to long on. Just be another single. Nice Yorker. Arslan just drops the bat on it. $50 up for the strikers, so almost halfway there. Ooh, playing a miss. Well bowled by Henry, and good keeping there by Rudesh. Still around that 4.5 and over needed. Another full ball on the stumps. Another one knocked down to long on for a single. And Fishy keeping Habib honest there with the throw to the keeper's end. That is the end of number 8. 51 for 1. Striker's still well on top. Can Prianga provide the breakthrough here? Or will Arslan and Habib continue building this partnership? Full outside off. Lovely by Rudy. Playing a miss from Arslan there. Certainly some good bowling and keeping on display last few overs. Lovely. 28 overs into the game and he's finally found a bowling marker. On the pads, well done by Rudesh to get there. Stop that being more than one wide. Oh, just short of a length, and Arslan rocks back and slaps it out to deep mid wicket where Romeo does the fielding and just one run, but nice shot by Arslan there. Just a little bit shorter from Prianga, allowed him to get underneath it. But still not looking for the big shot, just happy to hit it into a gap. And Habib goes a little bit harder at this one. That's beaten the fielder and running away, and will be 4 runs. So Habib, looks like Habib's had enough of defending. Frianga just starting to drift towards the pads this over, and maybe that's making both Habib and Arslan a little bit more likely to play an attacking shot. Oh, that's better. Nice and full outside off. Habib looking to attack. Playing a miss. And another excellent take from Rudesh. He is fantastic standing up to the stumps. Short one. Habib pulls that, and that will be 4 runs. So not a bad ball, but have to think about the field that's set, and there is no one back for the pull shot. With a keeper up, not sure that's the smartest delivery to be bowling. As the strikers move into the 60s. Another short one, a bit straighter, pulls that down towards long on, and Romeo fields another single. So the end of over number 9, 62 for 1. Strikers making this look very easy. Looks like we'll have Simon coming in, the mystery man of Estonian cricket. Can he do something magical here today? He certainly has before. It's one of those guys that if it's his day, he could take 3 or 4 quick wickets, turn a game on its head. But the way these guys are going, it doesn't look like anything's going to stop them in this pursuit of 103 runs to win. It was never really going to be enough against a team that has players of the quality of Habib and Arslan. Good start from Simoon, but Habib's found the gap in the offside, and they're back for 2. It moves on to 30 off 29, Arslan 29 off 25. Well, that's up in the air. Marco's coming in and straight through his hands. That's really disappointing for the Hippos. Not going to get many opportunities. And that was a big one. Can't help but think that maybe the last real chance for the Hippos there. It's the kind of opportunity that Simon creates. But if you don't back your bowler up in the field, it's very difficult to win cricket matches. Afternoon, Travis says ground's looking great. That's generally what happens when you get a bit of rain in summer. It's been a few years since we've actually got some rain in summer, so it is great to see the field nice and green this time of year. Let's hope the midweek rain can continue. Another good ball from Simon, dropped into the offside. Henry's in quickly and cuts off the single. Not the best throw into the keeper though. Nice and loopy full one from Simon in there, but just a little bit onto the pads. Not happy with himself. It's an easy single for Arslan. And that will be drinks. Question being asked, do you want to take drinks, I think? And I think Stu's going to say, not much point. Oh no, off they go. Stu wants a drink. We'll be back soon. So we are back from the drinks break with Mac. Gonna have a bowl here over number 11. Strikers needing 35 runs and 60 balls. And Hippos needing a miracle. Tosses the first one up, defended by Arslan. You would think the drop catch from Marco in the last over may be the last chance the Hippos get here, but Mac looking to make something happen. Certainly not offering a lot of pace on the ball here to Arslan. Just looking for a mistimed shot. Arslan will be waiting on that short ball or over-pitched ball. That one on the legs, just worked into the leg side by Arslan for a single. Nicely played. Short and played it. Oh, just falls short. Another opportunity for the Hippos, and Ben Jones couldn't come forward. That one's hit nicely in the gap. Racing away, Marco running after it. It's not going to get there, so they'll come back for two. Nicely floated up by Mac and defended by Habib. And that will be the end of number 11. Cautiously played out by the strikers. Moving on to 71. Simon will continue. Got under that Arslan. Mac coming around and another drop. And unfortunately, that is the story of the day. Arslan and Habib both dropped within 3 overs. And you just can't win games of cricket like that. Very disappointing from the Hippos. But it is a reasonably constant story, unfortunately. Creating chances, not taking them. Oh, a lovely ball from Simon. Looping, dipping, swinging, and Habib just drops the bat on it at the last second. This is why he's so dangerous, Simon. Just a little bit edgy there from Habib into the leg side. Through for another single. Moves the score along to 73. And Iceland just keeps going. This time Fishy's coming in and they finally take a catch. Is it too little too late? I would think so, but anything can happen here, I guess. And the Hippos finally get their man. Iceland goes for 33. And a runner ball. A good innings. It is what the team needed. A good partnership there between Habib and Iceland. And I think they've probably done enough to get the win here for the strikers. Elias coming out to join Habib now. Down the leg side from Simone, and Rudy can't take it, but Prianga gets across and stops the run. All overs gone, 73 for 2. Stallions still need 30 here. So another wicket or two could make things a bit interesting. Looks like Stu has told Gala to start warming up, so we might see him after this over from Mac. Always under that, over the offside, no fielders back there. Marco coming round to pick it up, and they're back for 2. So it's a safe shot there from Habib. There's no one over the short cover position there. Well defended. Still looking for the ball that he wants to hit, not trying to hit every ball. It's been a good innings from Habib here. Leg side a little bit shorter, allows Habib to just rock back and hit that into the leg side, but he's picked out Romeo, so just one run. Oh, nice slow one. Elias gets underneath it. Romeo's coming around and he takes the catch and does about 3 dives and may have injured himself, but does hold on to the ball. I think he's in trouble down here, actually. Certainly lost the sunglasses. Held on to the catch. And we'll see if he's getting up. Yeah, he's finally getting to his feet. Looks like he may have twisted his knee, but looks like he's okay to continue. So Elias not really reading the script there when you're needing less than a run a ball, trying to hit the big shots, but exactly what the Hippos are looking for with a bowler like Mac, looking for uncontrolled shots in the air and looking for the catches, and they have taken another one. Yeah, still limping a bit down there on the boundary and not looking in great shape. So, who have we got here? Is it Etisham come out now to join Habib, seasoned campaigner for the Strikers. Let's see if he can resist the urge to go after Mac. Nicely defended. That's all they're doing here. The Hippos are saying, can you resist trying to hit this in the air? A lot of players in Estonia. The answer is no, I cannot. And Etisham runs at him. It's off the pad into the leg side and no run. And that will be the end of over number 13, 76 for 3. So a good few overs this by the Hippos, just slowing down that run rate, taking a couple of wickets and making the Strikers work for this win. Not just rolling over, which is good to see. A little bit of fight. 27 runs required here from the last 7 overs. And it will be Kalavislapu, who bowled exceptionally well in Cyprus when given the opportunity. Used sparingly, but used as an impact bowler and did some fantastic things, took some great wickets and was very economical when he needed to be. And let's see what he can do today for the Hippos. Habib on strike here. And that's going to be a wide to start with, as it quite often is with Fishy. At first ball, that loosener quite often just a bit wide on that offside. And another one. Nice and nicely taken by Rudesh. Certainly very composed, standing up to the stumps. Nice and straight, well defended. Just been looking for a tight over here. Try to just get... Oh, Habib comes down the track, hits a nice big shot. Fielder's coming around, but I don't think he's going to get that. Yes, that is 6. So, unfortunately, Fishy not able to keep it tight here. Good shot by Habib. Uses his feet to get down at the bowler. Not worried about Rudesh behind him. Gets a lot of bat on it, and a good 6 runs for the Strikers, taking them ever closer to this win. And that is nicely pitched up by Kala. But just the 1 run there for Habib. So that takes it down to 20 runs required now. 19, runs required now. And Stu's starting to bring the field up, try and cut off singles. Really the only hope they've got. But it does leave the outfield very open if Habib or Etisham decide they want to look over the top. Pitched up, outside off. He's got onto it. And Mac comes across. Oh, it was a good effort, but just beat the hand and goes for 4. So riding his luck a little bit there, Eddie Sham. Picked the gap right between the two fielders. Both of them thought they were in there for the catch, but just in between them, and unfortunately expensive over there from Kalla. 88 for 3 for the strikers, and just 15 now required from the last 6 overs. Looks like Mac will continue. Oh, on the pads. I'm not sure this was bat. I think it might have been pad. We'll see what the umpire gives. No, he's giving it as bat. Must have been a very thin edge because it didn't go very far. Mac continuing here to throw it up. Give him a chance to miss-hit it. Nicely worked into the leg side by Etisham for another single, taking it down to 13 required. Just bowling a little bit too straight now, Mac. I'd like to see him bring it back across to middle and off. Or outside off, unfortunately. You've got no protection out there, so a little bit of an overcorrection. You cannot get outside the stumps here because with no one back on the offside, that is just too easy for Habib. And he hits a nice boundary to bring it under 10 required. So it's been a good innings from Habib here. That brings up his 50 actually, so excellent innings from Habib. Mac now deciding to go around the wicket, try and close off that offside. 9 runs required. Oh, Habib. I think now he's on 50. We'll be looking to finish this off quickly. But just got a little bit tied up there. That's the leg side again. Oh, it's straight through, Kevin. Didn't even look like getting down to that one. Romeo comes across. Eddie Sham looking for 2. But Habib not interested. Really thinking that's over. One ball required. One ball remaining. Mac has bowled well. Picked up a wicket. But unfortunately, hasn't been enough as Etisham comes down the track. Just lofts that down to Priyanka at long on for a single. And that will be the end of the 15th. So 96 for 3. And nice controlled chase here by the strikers. Nothing silly. Just 7 runs needed now. And what looks like an easy victory for the strikers today. Of course, they'll be back for the next game against the Rising Stars. Looking to get 2 wins from 2 to take themselves to the top of the EPL table. Oh, nicely bowled by Kalla. beating the outside edge there. Certainly won't have given up here. Just looking for another wicket, just another sniff. But it's an awfully long way back into this one for the Hippos. Short and on the legs and just whipped around the corner from Edisham. Ben Jones chases that one down, just a single. Short, and Habib tries to launch into it, but telling himself, why am I hitting that on the leg side? It's outside off. I should be playing that over the offside. I don't disagree with him. In again. It's a full one. He's got the outside edge. Romeo's coming around. Can he take another one? He does. He bobbles it, but he's taken the catch. And Kala hasn't given up here. The Hippos haven't given up here. But an excellent innings from Habib there. Finishes on 51. And certainly did the job for his team today. Couldn't quite see it through. But surely he's got them over the line here. With just 6 runs required. And Cheyenne, looks like Cheyenne coming out to bat. Yes, Cheyenne coming out to bat. Didn't have a great time in Cyprus with the bat. Picked up a few wickets with the ball. Only played the T10 series, of course, so limited opportunities for him. But he'll be looking to knock these 6 runs off and get his team back to winning ways. So what can Kala do here? A bit too straight, and Cheyenne just turns that off the pads. Marco's running hard. Is he going to track it down? He is not. So that's 4 runs. Nicely played by Cheyenne. Just a bit too straight there from Kala, and 2 runs required. And again onto the pads, and again into the leg side. Kevin cannot cut it off, but Marco does, and just 1. So 1 run required now. As that is the end of the over. 16 overs down. Just the 1 run needed. And it looks like Romeo's going to come on to bowl. So here he comes, bowling to Cheyenne, who slaps it over mid-on, and that'll be 4 runs and a win for the Strikers. So a good chase there, good tight bowling, kept the Hippos down to 102, and they just timed the chase well, didn't do anything silly, and got there in the 17th over. So the Strikers take the win. We'll be back at about 3:15 for game number 2, where the Strikers will be taking on the Rising Stars and looking to get another win today and move themselves to the top of the table. So we'll see you then.